Ten.
Stand by to take studio.
8, 7, 6.
Stand by timer 1, mics 1 and 2.
3, 2, 1.
Take studio.
Good afternoon, MCHS, and welcome to another episode of MCTV News. I'm your host, Julie Audie.
And I'm Jasmine King. On today's episode, we'll take a look at the Roger Champagne Memorial Bike Trip and our last school dance. As well, we'll have a blast from the past as we look at some of our grade 12 crew members when they took MCTV for the first time back in 2012. But first, our top story.
Roughly 2 weeks ago, MCHS students and faculty were interrupted during Block 3-4 by a building-wide power outage. Lasting over an hour, some classes, such as media, were heavily affected, while others, like phys ed, continued as normal. Ben Lawrence brings us this report.
A few weeks ago, MCHS experienced a power outage that brought the entire school to a standstill. I talked to students and teachers about how the blackout affected class time.
Unfortunately, a lot of the kids were on computers and the Wi-Fi went off, so we're basically just sitting here chatting.
I was putting something in the oven, and then pow, the power is out. Now I can't use the oven because I can't really do anything with it. I can't cook anything right now. This actually kind of sucks.
Like foods class, construction was also deeply affected by the power outage.
Can't use a bandsaw, can't use a table saw, can't use a miter saw, you can't use the jointer, you can't use pretty much anything except for hand tools.
While many classes were without things to do, the gym class had no trouble seeing in the natural light. The power outage lasted most of the morning until about lunchtime when it came back on. If it hadn't come back on after lunchtime, the teachers would have let the students go home. Unfortunately, it came on. I'm Benjamin Lawrence reporting for MCTV News.
Welcome back. Joining us in studio today for his last live interview on MCTV News as the school's principal is Mr. Todd Eisetter, who, after 5 years at MCHS, is leaving us at the end of this month for a new position. Thanks for being here.
Well, thanks for having me, I guess.
So, the first question I'm sure a lot of grade 11s are wondering are, we had one more year. Why couldn't you stay for our last year?
But then, there's always change, right? People are always arriving, people are always leaving. So, me leaving now, well, you know, the grade 12s are done, but the 11s are there, you know, the 10s, and again, I'm a principal. Some people think I'm okay, and some people don't like me, you know, so it's nature of the beast.
I don't know why anyone wouldn't like you, that's stupid, but
It's true.
what do you plan on doing next?
Well, I'm going to be a principal of an elementary school in Edmonton Catholic. And I think over the summer I'm going to have to learn how to speak Spanish.
Oh.
Because it's a Spanish bilingual school and I speak nothing in Spanish.
Oh, that'll be great, I'm sure.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah. So, what's been your favorite experience here at MCHS?
Wow. I don't think I could say that there was one event or two events because there are a large number of them, you know, over the 5 years. So I can't narrow it down to just one. I like being here. I like the people. I like who I've had a chance to work with. I like the students that I've gotten the opportunity to know. I like the town. But there isn't one thing. There isn't just one thing.
That's understandable. So what are you going to take away from your time here?
I think the relationships that I've had opportunity to build, to get to know many different people, both students, staff, parents, different people in the town, that's what I'm taking away.
Okay. And how's the school evolved in your 5 years since you've been here?
I think there have been a lot of things that have changed. Well, the dual credits that we have with Northwest College, being the first of only 2 high schools in Canada that offer university level English, I think that's big. But there's so many different things looking at the identity of the school, trying to get word out about the school. culture and climate, that's sort of what I feel is big, is the culture and climate. So
Okay, and what do you feel you're going to miss most about being here?
the people,
The people?
yeah. Students, staff, parents, that'll be definitely it.
Okay. Thank you again for being here.
Well, thank you.
Good luck with your new position with Edmonton Catholic Schools. And coming up after the break, we have Jasmine King bringing us our 7-day weather forecast.
Introducing the all-new Pocket Steven.
I cannot find this answer anywhere. I'll use Pocket Steven.
I don't know.
God, you're stupid.
Oh my god, what a waste of $50.
Well, what's her problem?
Caution, some attitude may occur.
Are you tired of failing homework assignments and exams? Well, fear no more. The Kingston Brain Implant instantly increases any IQ to that of 150. Using our advanced fusion technology, we can easily apply the implant with minimal pain. Soon, you will be acing all your schoolwork and no one will ever be the wiser. Warning, this product may cause rabies and addiction to World of Warcraft. Please use responsibly.
Welcome back, MCHS. I'm here to bring you your national forecast. So right now in St. John's, there's some sun and cloud, 11 degrees. Halifax, 15, sun and cloud. Montreal, 23, but some rain. Toronto, got some bad thunderstorms, but still 29 degrees. Winnipeg is sun and cloud, 21 degrees. Regina, sun and cloud, 24 degrees. Vancouver's got a bit of rain, 19 degrees. Whitehorse, they have some sun and cloud and rain, 15 degrees. Yellowknife is 19 degrees, sun and cloud. And Iqaluit is 5 degrees with more sun and cloud. And now our Alberta forecast. So it's looking pretty, like a lot of rain and thunderstorms today. Medicine Hat is sun and cloud with 25, but then Calgary is thunderstorms, 23 degrees. Edmonton, 21 with sun and cloud and thunder and lightning. And 23 degrees in Fort McMurray, some good rain. High Level is another thunderstorms, 19 degrees. Grand Prairie is 18 degrees with thunder showers. And Jasper is a lot of cloud, 17 degrees. And Banff is some sun and cloud, 17 degrees. And now we have a look from Airwolf. So the Airwolf view is looking pretty nice. Morinville looks pretty good in that shot. And it's really sunny out today, looks like. So let's look at our current conditions. It's a mix of a lot of cloud today, 17 degrees. The sunrise was at 5:10, and the sunset was at going to be at 9:55 tonight. So let's look at our weekly forecast. So it looks like it'll be pretty hot this week, and hopefully the temperatures and rain will go away. Well, temperatures be nice. Back to you, Julie.
Thanks, Jasmine. This year marks one of the largest groups of grade 12 students that have worked on the MCTV crew in quite some time, and most of them got their start as part of the first ever grade 9 MCTV class back in 2012. Here's a special look back at that class, brought to you courtesy of a young Alex Prusco.
TV Arts is a class where kids shoot and edit their own news reports that goes into one big news report, MCTV, that airs all around the school. I asked some of the Block 3 class what job they had, why they signed up for it, and what their experiences were. How'd they respond? Let's take a look.
I'm camera number 2. And I like the camera. Cameras are fun, and it seemed the most interesting job, one of the easiest too, so I Yeah, for like family reunions and family stuff, I would have the camera and film that kind of stuff. And my friends, we would have sort of like videos and stuff. We'd film like little skits, so we'd do that too.
Well, previously I've been the switcher for MCTV. It's really easy, you just press a couple buttons and you switch the sources. But most recently I am the host, and well, it's actually quite a difficult job because you've got to stare at the camera the whole time, and you can't like look at, there's a TV like over there, and you can't look at the TV because everybody sees it. I mean, we've done so many replays of MCTV and you see people looking at the television. And it's pretty hilarious, but I don't want that to happen to me because then I'll look like a fool.
For the past 2 shows I've been host, but this time I'm going to try and take it with graphics, although it seems pretty difficult, but I'll get the hang of it. Because I'm generally an enthusiastic person, and I just thought it'd be neat to try out.
This is Alex Prusco from MCTV News signing out.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at the world of sports. In the NHL, the Stanley Cup Finals continued, with the Pittsburgh Penguins beating the San Jose Sharks in OT 2-1. Connor Sheary had the game-winning goal. The Pens lead the series 2-0 heading into the Shark Tank on Saturday. In the NBA, the finals start tonight between the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Warriors finished with the best record in NBA history, while the Cavs finished with the best record in the Eastern Conference. This will be the second straight year that these teams face off in the finals, and it should be a good one. In the majors, the Blue Jays blanked the Yankees 7-0. The Chicago Cubs edged the LA Dodgers 2-1. The Nats beat the Phillies 7-2. San Diego got their bats out, beating Seattle 14-6. The Diamondbacks lost to the Astros 4-5. The Brewers won against the Cardinals 3-1, and it took 13 innings for the Chicago White Sox to edge the New York Mets 2-1. Turning to MCHS sports, 2 weeks ago, the 25th annual Roger Champagne Memorial Bike Trip travels almost 300 kilometers through the Rocky Mountains. Students who participate had a fantastic time seeing wildlife, amazing scenery, and even getting good weather, while Mournville suffered with cold temperatures and rain. When they weren't hiding, Steve Hoffman caught up with the cyclists and bring us this report.
The 25th annual Roger Champagne Memorial Bike Trip began May 17th, where students biked from Lake Louise to Jasper over 200 kilometers of biking. We asked students going on the trip what encouraged them to go on the trip, what they liked about it, their favorite part about it, what they took away from the trip, what they're doing when they're not biking, and why you should be joining next year for the 26th annual.
I don't know. It was like something I've never done. I've always been kind of interested in the mountains. I've always loved the mountains, so might as well try something new, and I loved it, so came back.
I just love the mountains and the scenery. It's so much different than what I'm used to, and I just love cycling.
Well, it was really beautiful, but the hills were intense, but worth it on the downhill.
Well, now we're starting up the big hill. We did the pre-hill, and yeah, the legs are pretty sore right now. So, got up there to do, and a bit more till we're done the big hill.
Mostly because you get to meet new people every time. Like, every year I've gone, you get 4 or 5 people who come the same, but you meet another 4, 5, 6 people who are different that you never see at school.
Well, I think I've gotten closer to some people I wouldn't have. And I think this is a really good point of the trip. You just get to know people and who they actually are and make friendships.
Probably just like the biking's fun, but hanging out at hostels with all the people and funny conversations that go on. That's probably what I take out the most. Just the experience in general.
I want to let you in on a little secret. Don't feed the wildlife. Would you like a chip? Would any of you riders like a chip? You already had one. I want more. I can't feed the wildlife. It's illegal.
I just think it's an accomplishment just to bike over 280 kilometers, and it's going to be pretty hard for the last 60. We just hang around the sauna sometimes and jump in the river when we get really hot, or we just hang around the fire, talk, laugh, sing songs. That's pretty much it.
You'll regret it if you don't. It's simple as that. Like, I do not regret coming at this at all. I might be sore right now. My butt is a little worse for wear, the seat does hurt, but something that you will want to do. Looking back at these videos of all the fun that we had, it's going to be something that you're going to want and we're going to remember for years.
The Roger Champagne Memorial trip was a huge success, and every student would go on it again next year. This is Stephen Hoffman from MCTV News, signing off.
Let's take a look at what's going on around MCHS this week. A spring cheer camp will be held from June 13th to 15th from 3:30 p.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. This is open to all students, male and female, grades 8 to 11. Please see Ms. Bulger if you have any questions. There is a mandatory practice for all grad speakers performers on Thursday, June 9th at 3 o'clock in the drama room. Please be there. The final exam schedule is up. Check with your teachers or check online at www.mchs.gsacred.ab.ca. Be sure you know where and when you write this later this month. Need to get your MCTV News fix? If so, head online to www.battlestein.net. Our digital archive is expanding and will soon include all episodes aired during our last 22 seasons. For this and all other school info, keep connected by listening to the daily announcements, logging onto the school's website at www.mchs.gsacred.ab.ca, following the school on Twitter at MCHSWolves, or following MCTV News on Twitter at MCHSMCTV News.
1 week ago, MCHS held its last dance of the 2015-2016 school year. Illuminite provided students with one more chance to get down on the floor and shake their moneymakers, with glow sticks in tow. Reporter Dan Foley got funky as well and brings us this groovy piece.
Last week at MCHS, the Grade 12 Grad Committee hosted the final school dance of the year. This dance's theme was Illuminite, in which students received glow sticks with their tickets.
This dance is different to the others because we're actually, the grad committee is running it this year, so it's actually all the grads have come together and they're organizing the dance. It's a little different than usual because we didn't get a DJ, so we're using Apple Music and we got a playlist set up and we got a wide variety of songs, so it's not your typical playlist.
I just find them a great place to hang out. You know, I have a great time at these dances. I just love to hang out with my friends. I like the glow stick idea. That one was good idea there. Yeah, I just find it fun. You talk with your friends. They're all in one place, and you just dance and have a good time. I personally love it.
I usually just comes for like the friends, mostly. Most of the time, it's also for the dancing, because you know I like to break out the moves.
You really get to bond and have a good time outside of school hours in a safe place.
Well, the food is definitely better than it usually is. I think this one has a lot more sentimental value to it. Simply because it's the last dance, and especially for me as a grade 12, it's not only my last dance here, it's the last dance that this school is going to do. So that really means a lot to me.
I think it's just kind of like closure. I don't really know what else it could be. It's your last dance of a really awesome 4 years, and without a last dance, I don't think I would be fully complete and satisfied.
It just kind of like the grads saying goodbye. We're saying, see ya high school, nice time, one last dance here, right? I don't know. It's kind of like a goodbye thing for us. So yeah. It's really special that we get to run it, I think.
For a final school dance, it's kind of saddening because when I was in grade 6, went to my first school dance, it was fun. And then now it's my last year, knowing this is my last school dance, it's really heartbreaking, you know?
I think this time especially because we're doing it ourselves, it's sort of brought everybody more together. And so instead of just being, some DJ comes in and they play what music they want to play, we get to play what we want to play. And I think that really holds a sense of community in the school. And I think if we continue doing things like this, the dances will be a blast in the future.
It differentiates. You can tell from the last song, from being 50 Cent to doing this one now. That's a big jump.
You're saving money to go fundraise for the grad committee, and you're also saving money for the school from having to buy a DJ, or in this case, hire a DJ.
It's going to grad, and then any excess is being donated to charity, because we still have a grad budget to fulfill. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to have an excess tonight.
The proceeds are going to a charity that of the grad charity class is choosing, of the grad class is choosing. We're undetermined yet, but because we want to get all our funds together before we decide how inevitably we want it, or where inevitably we want the money to go. So.
From all of us at MCTV News, I'm Daniel Foley reporting, and thanks for an awesome 4 years of school dances, MCHS.
That's our show for today. Thanks for tuning in. We won't be on the air next week in preparations for our 22nd season finale, which airs on Tuesday, June 14th. Besides looking back on our best pieces of the year, we will have a live interview with Mr. Melanchon about his upcoming retirement and a few new pieces that will rock your socks off. All this on our final episode of the 2015-2016 school year on Tuesday, June 14th. That's a show you won't want to miss.
So I'm pretty excited for the season finale.
Yeah, we've got like a bunch of spoofs going on, final episode of Grind My Gears.
Basically all crew members are gone, grade 12s next year.
Yeah,
so it's going to be show.
Me, you, and Stephen Pritchard are the only ones left.
Yeah.
So grade 9s out there, join us. From all of us at MCTV News, I'm Julie Oddie.
And I'm Jasmine King. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day, MCHS.